Hi there, my name's Chad Nicely. I want to welcome you to Entrepreneur Live. Now, today on the show, we're going to talk about pattern interrupts. But not only that, we've got a lot of clever things happening in the background with this amazing new software. Now, my guest this evening, his name is Lee Pennington. He's not only going to demonstrate this software to you, but I'm also going to talk him into giving you a few copies of this software as well. So, we're going to over-deliver. I'm going to get inside of his head. I'm going to find out how he got in his business because his story's a little bit different. He's only been in his business for about the past year, and he's already created 5 products in that time. Not only that, he's launched those products. Definitely an action taker, has provided a ton of value in this interview, and I think that you guys are going to find a lot of value. So if we're ready, let's get started. Cool, Lee, you there?
Hey, Chad, how we doing?
Good, bud. How you doing?
Yeah, I'm doing very well, thank you. I really appreciate me inviting me on the show. It is absolutely fantastic.
Absolutely. So, Lee, where are you at right now?
Well, as you can probably tell from my accent, I'm from the UK, from the northwest of the UK, a little place called Chorley. Probably your viewers probably know Manchester the best, about 30 minutes from Manchester.
Manchester. We're getting ready to do an event in Manchester. Cool. And have you lived there your whole life?
Yeah, all my life. Family, kids, all my life. Never moved away from here. Little small place. So yeah. That's really my story of where I live.
And you have 2 kids?
Yeah, boy and a girl, 8 and 5, but going on 18 and 15. And yeah, just absolutely mayhem in this house.
Outstanding. So, Lee, you're somebody, I mean, I've talked to you in passing. I don't know you personally. I don't know your whole story. What I do know is you kind of came out of the middle of nowhere. I don't think you've been in this business very long. Is that correct?
No, literally. I mean, I've been in internet marketing for quite a few years, just in and out, but I would say really giving it a go for the last 12 months into product creation. So no, I'm kind of the new kid on the block as such.
So when you say product creation, I think the little bit of research I did, you've had 5 launches just in the past year.
Yeah, 5 launches. I think my first launch, if you look back, was in the beginning of March last year. And then we've just continuously tried to move on, do bigger things and better things. The first one being an info product, and then moving on to kind of softwares where we're at this stage now.
Okay, so let's get before that. Like, what brought you into the online marketing sector? Anything like what brought you in here?
Yeah, and to be honest with you, it's probably like most people, online saw the get rich quick schemes and do you know what I mean? It was not a case of me suddenly waking up and thinking, I just want to be an internet marketer. Like most people online, you see all these banners flashing up and you're like, wow, okay, dragged in. Is this really real? Can this happen? And before you know it, you sucked in, you grabbed, and that is what you're doing all the time just to see if you can make that kind of money.
You spent some money, didn't you?
Yeah. And Chad, maybe my wife may see this, so I really don't want to go into how much money I've spent. And to be honest with you, spent is the wrong word. I think probably the best word is to say wasted.
Wasted?
Yeah. Well, no, that's that. In fact,
it's not.
That's wrong. It's not wasted because it's got me to this point.
That's right.
And if I hadn't spent all that money, I would have never, ever got to this position. So yeah, but we'll just keep it at that, just in case my wife sees.
Yeah, you know what's funny about that? I had to go through my taxes, and I wanted to find out, how much I spent on tools, plugins, softwares, info courses, and what I found out. I'm not going to put the exact figure out there, even though I know what it is. I spent over $250,000.
Wow.
In tools and softwares for this business. Like where I live, Casper, Wyoming, that's enough to buy a nice house. But I will say this, and I think this is a fair statement to say, even though there was not one single product that ever delivered what it said it was going to do, you know, it got my hopes and fears and aspirations. Everything was up there, right? Like, I'm like, this is the answer. I can't remember how many times I would say that to my wife. Not one of those products ever fully delivered, but there was always a gold nugget that I picked up here and there that would get me to the next step. Would you agree?
Yeah, 100%. And I think looking back, it wasn't actually the product or the service that I bought into. It was actually me. I never saw anything through. I was kind of like that butterfly syndrome where you see the butterfly and then another butterfly comes along and you look at that butterfly. And I never really listened to what people were telling me. I was a typical man, the man who goes to the shop, buys a wardrobe, brings it home and believes he can do it without reading the instructions. That's what I was like. I'm the typical bloke. But yeah, if I would have never done that, I would never ever would have got to this point. So yeah, that's why I always try and take a positive out of everything that I've done. Otherwise, I won't be able to kind of sleep at night knowing the money that I had spent. Yeah,
so no regrets. And it seems like you took a shortcut to get to where you're at. Like my road goes 16 years of trials and tribulations, and I went down some paths that we don't even want to talk about, right? You talk about getting suckered into some stuff. This guy, right? But it sounds like you're doing fairly well. Now, the question I have, because I know a lot of our viewers, they like to buy the plugins, they like to buy the softwares. Here's the mistake I've made in the past, and I've since corrected myself. And I used to be one to preach, don't have the shiny object syndrome, right? And there was a big contradiction out there because I was a marketer myself. So then I would be, promoting softwares and stuff, and I'd get emails and Skypes and messages from people, and they'd say, Chad, I'm confused, man. I think this product can help me, but, I really look up to you, and you're telling me not to buy anything else. And so I have to be really careful, and I want your point of view on this, but what I understand today, I've kind of rephrased that a little bit. And today I say, if you have a plan of action, if you can actually use that product, you can actually get back your money and you can see real results, then it's okay to buy that. Would you agree?
Yeah, totally agree. And that is what all these tools are for. It's to increase your skills within the workplace, increase your business. It's to make your business better. I mean, you look at, let's say, an electrician, a plumber, whatever. They buy the tools and they use the tools to make it easier for them in the business that they choose to do. And that is what kind of, this is all about. The tools are given to you or provided to you, but you have to do something with them. And, I totally agree with you with what you do and tell people. If you're not willing to do something with it and use it, the power of the tool, then there's absolutely no point in investing in it whatsoever.
Yeah, don't just buy it to have a nice collection. See, this is hard for me to admit because it's such a sore subject. Like, I'm not married anymore. I don't see my kids like I'd like to. I mean, you and I talked about balance earlier, and I know balance is important in your life. It's now important in my life, but at one time it wasn't. I was out to have the biggest collection on my hard drive, and I spent all this money, and I just, went off on a tangent. Today, this is what I would like to say to our viewers, because this is something else that's very important. And we're going to talk about technology here in a minute. We're going to talk about what you're doing recently. But the viewers and our subscribers have an amazing opportunity today. And what you have to understand is things are changing with social media, with technology. Things are changing with this marketplace so fast that a lot of times people get frustrated because they're like, well, now, wait a minute. I just bought this last year and, it's supposed to do X, Y, Z, which it did for the time. But now all of a sudden, you guys are coming out with something new that does something completely different than what I originally purchased over here for. And what I've learned, and I've learned to work this with my students as well, is you really have to adapt. And instead of looking at it from like a negative point of view, look at it from a positive set of lenses and understand this. The technology, the software, the plugins, everything that we're presenting to our customers is top notch. It's better than the Fortune 500 companies are creating. I was talking to you earlier about my sister is a realtor or realtor. I don't know. She'll correct me when she sees this. And she's always trying to bring in like social media to that marketplace. She's also a property manager. And they're just now like getting into SEO and like video, right? Like, I'm like, wow, you're 10 years late on that. Like, we're already doing like private blog networks and stuff, right? And so when she hears about the amazing things we do over here in this marketplace, she's like, wow, if I could just introduce that to what we're doing over here, like in the same time frame that you guys are actually creating this stuff. So we're actually putting that together, and we're actually doing that. We're actually going to take some of the technology and the tools and stuff that, you know, you product creators are creating and actually bring it over here to these real marketplaces where we can actually see this stuff working, right? But she was the one that kind of put this in my head. It's an amazing opportunity for our customers and subscribers to be privileged to product creators like yourself, where they're able to get in on this technology and understand whatever the strategy is, whatever the software is, write it hard, get it out there. Don't spend a lot of time perfecting it like I'm guilty of doing, because by the time you perfect it, you've missed your window and technology is going to change or the strategy is going to change, right? Would you agree?
Totally. Absolutely 100%. What I always tell people as well is, do not undervalue your skills. Do not undervalue your knowledge. You know, my friends locally, if I would talk about a webinar, if I was to talk about SEO, if I would talk about, you know, come sign up, you know, advertising on Facebook, they wouldn't have a clue. Not because, you know, they're stupid in any way, just because they've never been shown, they've never been opened up to this kind of world. So you're kind of, you know, the people who view the show, they shouldn't undervalue the skill set that they have and really push it forward and show people these products, show people these softwares, show people these new techniques in, let's say, the everyday world. And people will be amazed, and people will invest in these things because they've never seen them before.
Right.
You know, let's say the market space that we are in, we're quite advanced in the fact that, you know, you talked then about SEO, you know, we talk about ranking, you know, YouTube videos, we talk about even making videos. They don't know about making these videos, how to do them. So it's absolutely unbelievable to take these to the bricks and mortar type businesses, or even people who are advertising online and say, look, do you know you can do this? Do you know you can do that? And that is where you will kind of close your clients, make sales, and, you know, get your commissions coming in.
Yeah, and I've made this statement several times and people usually laugh at me. This is an absolute true statement. I work with businesses locally. I've done this for a long time. Most businesses don't even know that you can use Facebook to generate leads. They still think it is a social media platform, which everybody that's affiliated with us and watching the show, we know better. But always look at yourself as an expert in this business, because when you look at yourself compared to the rest of the world, I'm talking about the business world, doctors, attorneys, any local market. I mean, even something like realtors who absolutely have to have leads in their business. They're clueless as well. And I'm just talking about in general, like Facebook marketing and video marketing stuff. Now, what we're about to show tonight is just like, whoa, out of this world, right? So I'm not even talking about the really advanced stuff. So it's tools like this, guys, that really the sky is the limit, because this technology you're not going to find anywhere else. And I hope that's a big reason why you guys tune into the show. So you not only see something really cool and something that you can actually apply to your business, but hopefully we're encouraging you and we're giving you ideas to really go out there and actually monetize from the things that we teach you. You agree?
Yeah. I mean, like I said, new kid on the block, coming to about 12 months, and I think I kind of shied away from the knowledge that I did have, and probably like a lot of your listeners do. really believe in yourself, but not only believe in yourself, the knowledge that you have. I'm sure you've been coming on the show, listening to people like Chad, and this knowledge that you are gaining is invaluable to the point that if you actually spoke to other people about it, they'd be like, wow, so you mean you can put my business on the right hand side of Facebook and show people it, show those 2.4 billion people my business, or along those lines. Yeah, I can do that very easily. Or you can put my video on YouTube, you can make me a video, or you can ask, they just will open their mind to new possibilities like your listeners are already open to and are sure of that they can do.
Yeah, and we talk about this so much. We talk about it so much. And it's so frustrating for me because I get bombarded. I can't even go to breakfast after church without somebody saying, hey, what can you do to help me with my business? Or what can you do here? Or I always get suckered in this conversation. Like I'm just sitting there minding my own business. I just want to have my cup of coffee and my eggs Benedict. And sure enough, somebody will introduce me to somebody, and I'll always make the fatal mistake on a Sunday morning of saying, well, what is it you do? And 9 times out of 10, they own a restaurant. They own a window repair company. They own a car dealership, right? Something.
Yep.
And my mouth just starts going, even though I don't want the work, right? Well, how do you generate leads for your business? How's business here in Casper? And it just leads into so many things. And yes, I'm an expert in my business, but everybody that's also affiliated with this place, you're also an expert as well when you start comparing yourself to those people in the real world.
Totally. One of my first ever clients, in fact, I was very lucky. You talk about kind of, missing some of the steps. I was lucky that I got into Facebook ads, and I stumbled upon it. It was another course that I bought. It was a course that I realized, I thought it was quite advanced at the time, but you can get better information online for free. Anyway, I purchased it. I did quite well at it. And one of my first clients was actually a gym, and the gym was spending $2,000 a month on sending out leaflets. Now, these leaflets would just go into every man and his dog in a massive area. So they were just casting a wide net, hoping to get 1 or 2 fish. I went to him and said, look, we can reduce that massively, that thousands of dollars that you're spending. I mean, what do you do with a leaflet when you send it through a door? Or what does a person do? They generally just throw it away. We can actually tailor it to target the people that you are going after, to target, the 18 to 40s, the gym people, the people who are into fitness. But not only that, we can take away the people that you don't want to target. So we reduce the ad cost, and we also got the message out to so many different people. And they were like, what, you can actually do that? And that was a client that we got just by speaking to him and talking to him. Because let's not forget, in the everyday world, again, I say the everyday world, in kind of offline as well, people are actively searching for leads. They are at their wits' end because they don't know how to do things. They don't know how to improve things. They've done things always in the same way, and they're looking for new techniques, and they will pay for new techniques if you just put that offer in front of them. And that's what it's about. It's about taking action and actually believing in the skills that you have and moving forward with them.
Yeah, and it's such an easy thing to do. I mean, you don't even have to sell them. I mean, you're probably gonna, if we were talking about Facebook advertising today, which we're not, but you would probably say to go out there and set up a $5 budget, right?
Yep.
Well, what I've done in the past, just testing things out, is I've actually gone out there and set up a $5 budget without the client even knowing, right? Then all of a sudden they get leads, and they see these ads. People are saying, hey, I saw you on Facebook, and they're like, how is that even possible? And then when I shoot an email, or if I call them up on the phone, I say, hey, did you notice the ad I put together for you? I was doing a little social experiment. What'd you think? You're the guy.
Yeah.
What can we do to have this running all the time? Well, it's funny you mentioned that, right? I mean, it's not hard.
Yeah. And if you think about it, the vast majority of people, they have a marketing budget. They're spending thousands and thousands of dollars on advertising each and every week. So if you can go to them, or should I say monthly, at least, even the smaller businesses, you can go to these people and say, okay, well, what about if you did this? And I'm not just talking about Facebook, I'm talking about other ways that you can advertise as well, that you will obviously do on the show people how to do it. If you do this, if you do that, if you do this, then you will get clients. But I think sometimes as well, looking at just the like local clients for yourself as well. You know, you may be a business owner, you may be an affiliate, whichever it may be. If you use these skills, you will make more sales and generate more leads.
The main thing is, don't spend a lot of time trying to figure this out. Like, if I have an idea, I'll be talking to my colleague, I'll drive my people nuts because they can already hear the keys in the background. Like, I'm already typing. It doesn't matter if I'm laying out in my Bubbles program, if I'm placing an ad on Odesk, if I'm setting together a spreadsheet. I don't like talk. I like to come up with an idea, and I like to throw it up on that wall and see if I can get it to stick as fast as I possibly can. Because, now this is the truth, 4 out of 5 times my ideas are going to fail. Right? Because I'm always throwing stuff against the wall because I like digging in the trenches in this business. But it's the ones that stick that make the other 4 worth it altogether, right? And those are the ones that I can really scale up and make a lot of money in this business.
Yeah. So you keep going, and you don't get put back by your failures. And then to say failures, I think is wrong. It's kind of things that you learn from. Everything that you do, you can take a positive from. You can look at this and say, okay, well, it didn't work, so what should I do differently to make me be able to go to the next level? Okay, I'll change things slightly. And yeah, like you said, 45 times you will fail. I'll fail. You know, what time is it here today now? I'll fail today. There'll be a mistake I make today. There'll be a mistake I make tomorrow. I'm going to make countless mistakes. But these are all learning circles. These are all things that I can improve my business on and learn from and get better at it. I'm never going to be perfect. And you go back to that initial statement, or the famous statement, imperfect action is better than no action at all. And we have to do this to move forward. Otherwise, we aren't going to get that one that does stick. Do you know what I mean? And I think some people looking and think that everything you throw at sticks. It's just not that way.
No.
It's that way, not at all. Fair enough if you've got the Midas touch and everything you touch turns to gold, but they're in the 0.5% of the world. So just keep going at it. I definitely believe.
That hurts, but it's the truth. Let me ask you something else, and I know this is going to hurt as well. You say you got a couple years under your belt. Now you've got about a year in product development. Yes or no? Is it easy to make money online?
It is hard. It is hard. It is fun. It is fun, but it is hard. It's not an overnight success thing, but if you are willing to work at it, the rewards you get back are absolutely amazing. But it isn't easy. It's doable. It's absolutely doable. If someone like me can do it, anybody can do it. But yeah, it is hard, but it doesn't seem like work, and the rewards you get back. And I have days where I want to slam my laptop down. I want to just give up and think, right, I'm not going back to the game. It's too, but we just keep on going because we know, we see the end goal. That's what we see.
Yeah, well, to give you an idea, it is about 1 o'clock in the morning here. This is my second interview I've actually done with Lee because the first one we lost. Hey, things happen. Not only that, I actually went to the doctor tonight. I was diagnosed with bronchitis in my lungs. That's why you'll hear my voice, getting croaky and everything. I've actually had that since Christmas, right? But since I absolutely hate doctors, I usually have to go in kicking and screaming. I'm a tough guy. I can take care of myself. Since I've neglected it so long, I've actually got pneumonia as well. But still, it's 1 o'clock in the morning, and what am I doing? The show must go on. I'm working. This here, and what you're doing, is the life of a real online entrepreneur. So the whole internet lifestyle thing with the little umbrella drinks on the beach and everything, yeah, I do a lot of events, do a lot of traveling. Don't let anybody fool you. The guys that are really successful in this business, they're hustling, they're working, just like you see here.
Yeah, I really couldn't agree with you even more. And the people are working. The people who are saying they're doing these 4-hour weeks, They potentially are, but they've got to that stage. They've got the team around them. They've worked. They maybe have other people working for them, and so on and so on. But it didn't start that way. They realised that that was the end goal, and they worked their arse off, pardon the French, to get there.
Exactly. Now, speaking of work, this is what I do full time, right? I do events, I do the shows, I do webinars, I do marketing full time. It's been that way as long as I can remember, right?
Mm-hmm.
You have a full-time job.
Yeah, I do. I'm actually a firefighter here in the UK. So I do approximately 48 hours even before I touch the internet marketing, and work the two side by side. I'm able to do that. And yeah, going back to your initial point, it is hard, but I'm in an enviable position where I actually enjoy both jobs, and that is a real win situation. But it just shows that you can actually do this on a part-time basis, as long as you are willing to put in the work, as long as you're willing to do a little bit, then it is achievable. And that's why I go back to my point. If I can do it, so-called, we're not known as the most cleverest people in the world as firefighters, but if I can do it, anybody can do it. They really can.
And how long you been a firefighter, Lee?
12 years this June.
Amazing.
So yeah, still enjoying it, still loving it, still getting that adrenaline rush. But yeah, it is again an enviable position because I do kind of have the time to be able to do this as well.
Now, I take a look at a lot of products. I turn down a lot of products because I see a lot of things being recycled. Maybe it's packaged differently. Maybe it's got a shiny new label on it. Maybe it's got a new feature here or there. When I looked at your product, IconLead, this is the launch you have coming up.
Yep.
How in the world, I know you're going to show it in a minute. I would love to get inside your head and see how you came up with this concept, because I still look at it and I see the possibilities. There's a lot of cool stuff we want to do with your software. But I'm still going, dude, how'd you come up with this? Right?
Yeah. Very good question. And I think it came from, or it was born from the fact that obviously as marketers, it's a very small group. It's a very small knit group. We're all in the same Facebook groups. We all speak to each other, Skype, so on and so on, and you're in the same forums. And the same messages were coming out over and over again. Attendances on webinars were down, open rates were down, sales were down, opt-ins were down. It's like, lead generation were down. Well, how can we stand out for the crowd? And what we looked at when we did the investigation and did the study was that it's very much kind of like a Facebook ad. And we keep speaking about Facebook because that's my kind of background at winning. But you get that ad blindness. And it's the same with kind of marketing. People are bombarded with offer after offer every single day. So what you need to do, you need to kind of stand out from the crowd. You need to do something different. You need to be different from your competitors. And this isn't just online. This is offline as well. There's so much competition going on. So what we do, we went away and said, well, okay, how can we do it so our videos get seen, are watched, our links get clicked, our webinars get attended? What can we do different? And this is where IconLead was born from. We went away, we had a brainstorm and thought, right, okay, what will make us exclusive and what will make people click and see what we have to offer? It's very easy to drive traffic to something, whether it be organic, whether it be paid traffic. It's the real key, in my eyes, is once you get them there, to get them to interact, to engage with what you've got to show them. You may have the best offer in the world, but if they're not willing to engage with that offer and actually just take the first steps of getting involved with your funnel, then you're just going to be wasting your money or your time. And like I say, that's where IconLead was born from.
Cool. So you've definitely built up the suspense. This is what I want to do. Are you familiar with our show?
I've seen it before, many times. Yeah.
Okay, so we like to give away the house. And this is a point where I want to talk you into giving away a few front-end copies. Are you cool with that?
I'm more than happy. Yeah.
Cool. So we'll do what's called a live giveaway. But what I'm thinking is, could you go ahead and demonstrate the software first, and then we'll do the giveaway?
I think Yeah, more than happy to. The proof is always in the pudding, as I like
Cool.
to say. So just let me know when you can see my
We can see
screen.
it. You guys are definitely going to like this. Nice, clean
Okay.
layout, by the way, too. I like it.
Yeah, and it's not any form of plugin. It's very much a standalone software. It's something that you will get access to. You will log into. You have your own account, and this is exactly what you will see in front of you. And it's the ability to be able to make interactive images and get that engagement. People engaged 100% as soon as they see this, and I'll demonstrate it now. So all we're going to do, we can add an image.
If
So
I
we're
could just
gonna,
ask this real quick. So it is
please,
a
yeah.
web-based software.
It's a web-based software.
Okay.
Yeah, web-based software. Okay, I'm just gonna. I apologize. Well, I don't apologize. I've stolen one of your pictures of you and Kathy.
You will hear from
So
my attorney on Monday.
what you need to do
Oh,
is
yeah, that picture. That was actually from Fuerteventura, Spain.
right, yeah. Well, what you need to do is start to watermark these because you're getting so famous now. You'll get a watermark. So what we can do with any image, and this is just an image that I've chosen. It doesn't have to be this. It could be kind of an image that you put on a squeeze page. It could be a
Uh-huh.
blog or whatever. And what we can do as we go over the image, we can place hotspots. And we have different hotspots that we can choose. And I'll demonstrate the first one, and then I'll let you ask any questions.
Social, phone number, custom HTML, get response, go to webinar. Okay.
Yeah, and they're just the ones that I've integrated to. But first one, we'll do social. And what we're going to do with social, I'm just going to steal again one of your videos, Chad. Let's just, in fact, we've got a video here. We'll just choose this first one here, so we've got it. I'll just pause it there.
I don't even remember making that video.
You've made that many.
Look at me. I was all tan and stuff, right? I'm over there with sun. I get back to Wyoming. It's negative 23 degrees here. I turn white. Boom.
Well, the thing about the UK is that we're having bad weather now, but it's nothing like, the US, Canada, wherever it is, and we're on a complete standstill. It's embarrassing. We have a couple of inches of snow, if that, and the actual country comes to a standstill. So you guys are well prepared for it.
Yep.
So what we're going to do here now, we can choose a different icon, but we're going to choose a play button. We'll choose a different color. In fact, no, we'll keep with that color, and I'll show you. And then we'll just save the hotspot. Now, what this does, it allows me to create a interactive image where I can now play videos from within that
Look
image.
at that. That is a real hotspot.
Yeah.
It's funny that you say hotspot. We actually have a launch called Lead Monster coming up in March, and I'm using hotspot technology as well. Exactly what you just did here, which basically allows you to move an element around, and then correct me if I'm wrong, the software then locks in the coordinates.
Totally, yeah, totally. And some of the biggest kind of marketers in the world are using this kind of technology, and you will see it becoming more and more into the market space, but only really for the industry leaders. So what we've done is even put a bigger slant on that, and I'll show you in this demonstration, and brought it to people who can use it in everyday life. And it's not just about marketers. We have a beta group set up for this. We learned from a software that we brought it before. We brought it out, but this time what we've done is we took a step back and we said, okay, we'll delay the launch by a month. We'll set up a beta group. We'll give it to the beta group and say, okay, guys, use it, do what you want with it, and tell us what you would like to have.
Smart.
So this is very much a software tool that is created around marketers, for marketers, and the marketers' feedback.
That's smart. I commend you for that. I wish more product creators. That's what we're doing right now. We're putting together our beta group for Lead Monster, and it was a pretty strict requirement to get in there. You had to really justify to us why you were going to be a part of this. But yeah, that's very important to do, and you'll have a more sound tool when it's all said and done with. Plus, you'll have a much better sales page if you know what to do at that beta group.
Yeah, totally. And the results that we've got from the beta group are absolutely amazing. And hats off to the beta group, because not only were they using software, they were very active and vocal. And I think when you're a product creator and you actually develop something, not just a product, a software, but also an info, you're so close to it. Sometimes you blinkered, and it takes the eyes of somebody else to look at it and say, well, what about this angle? What about if you did this? What about if you added that? And you're like, wow, why didn't I think of that? Because you're so drawn into it, you're so involved with it. you really just need to sometimes take a step back and allow people to use it and give the actual advice on it as well.
Cool. So looking at this image, I mean, definitely, I'm going to ask all the viewers before you put another one on the screen. Let's just take a look at this image. It definitely.
So I'm just going to get a Facebook as well. Okay, just copy that. Just go back. I'll just do one more and I'll show you exactly what we can do. So we also have 585 different icons within the software. Okay, so we'll just put there's always an icon that you can choose. Okay, we'll choose that. We'll choose a different color. We'll choose large and we'll save it. Now, as you can see, that's all well and good. So that's the software that we have, but what we do with the software as well, we also get a code, a URL, which we can go and we can take over. And what that will do, it will give us an image with the icons that we can drive traffic to. So we have the icons that work. We can watch the video via the images, and we also the information. Just quickly, what I want to do there, Chad, while I'm just talking, I'm just going to put that in chat for you. All I want you to do is simply you don't even need to entertain any icons, just look at it and we'll come back to that in 2 minutes, just while I'm talking. Okay, so what else we can do? Well, what we listen to our beta group, but not only that, we realized that people wanted contact. So one of the things we can do is a phone number.
I opened that page, by the way. I just didn't click anything. Is that right?
No, that's absolutely fine.
Okay.
So we can choose the ability to be able to have tap to call. So we can choose one of the loads of different country.
Oh, that's very big for local marketing. They like that click to call thing.
Yeah. So it is massive. And the studies that we did, it was proven that on average, an actual call to a business is worth approximately 3 times more than a website click. If you think about a website click, what have they got to do? Say, for instance, you're a mum, you're rushing around in the morning, you're getting the kids ready, so on and so on, and you want something instantly. You look online, you don't have to want to go through a website, put in your details, wait for an email back. You want the ability to be able to call someone instantly, and this is what the software does now. So call, also phone. Now again, a call to action. We're going to choose the button for the phone. Okay, we'll choose a different color.
That is really cool.
Okay, now what happens as well is that if I wasn't happy with something, if you just go back over, I've not got it there. If I add something, if I want to change something, it all works live. So as you see, as I refresh the page, I have the call to action button there, or should I say the tap to call. Now with this, when I search via a desktop, it will connect to Skype and it will use my Skype credit. If I'm searching by a mobile device, it will call the number directly. So we have put that inbuilt to the software for leads to phone you directly. And you think about people who need leads, people who have to hit targets. So many people want to actually talk to people. So the software allows us to do that. Not only that, we can actually collect leads. So I'm going to use, once I've integrated it with my Autoresponder, I'll just choose, let's do sign.
How many, so this is automatic Autoresponder integration?
Yeah. I'll just show you now when we go off this, the ones that we do. You choose the one that you want.
You have Aweber?
I have Aweber, yeah. I'll just choose that too, so we can, I'll just choose a number. Okay, so I have the number there. I'll just choose that. Just go back, refresh. Okay, and as you can see, as I hover over that,
yeah, that's really cool. You definitely have a pattern interrupt going here. Like,
yeah.
Have you guys been able to take this and like put it on a header, like where you have the address and everything, so you could have a little click to call, you could build your list?
Massively, yeah. The beauty about the software is that I'll show you now. Just quickly, they're the ones that we integrate: the Aweber, Mailchimp, GetResponse, SendReach, GoToWebinars. You can have people sign up to your webinars. I'll just quickly go back to the image just to show you. Okay, this was the image that we did. So this is the image. So it gives you obviously the share code, which you have seen, but it also gives you the embedded code. This embedded code can be used anywhere that will accept embedded code. The beauty about that is exactly what you said there. You could have a banner, you could have something on your website, on your blog, and it will then start to use these icons. You could use them singular, you could use 10 of these icons. It really doesn't matter. But the real beauty about it is that if I want to change something here, if I wasn't happy with it, I apologize. I'm just going to cover your face there, Chad. Okay, so it lets me know it's updated. As I go back to the software, it updates it automatically. So no need of any code, no need to delete any images. Everything works within the software. But the other beauty about it is, obviously we spoke about Facebook, and Facebook is my background, and I know how powerful Facebook is. So we have two options with Facebook. The first option we have is retargeting. So we can retarget each and every image. So as long as you have an icon on the image, it will fire the Facebook retargeting pixel, and the tracking pixel, and then you can retarget. So you can retarget via the image, or you can gather that information, whether it be on your website, whether it be on your blog, on your squeeze page, your sales page, and then you can start to retarget people. And retargeting, I'm sure that your listeners do know, is one of the most powerful tools within the actual internet at this present time.
So wait a minute, you're embedding a retargeting pixel inside those little images.
Yeah, so this image now would hold a retargeting pixel if we put the Facebook retargeting pixel in the header, and then every person that lands on this page, and you can drive traffic directly to this image if you wanted to, and a lot of our clients are doing, so you can drive traffic directly to this, and it will also fire that tracking pixel within Facebook. And speaking about Facebook, Chad, with the other option that we have is that you can post these images directly to Facebook. As marketers, we all have loads of fan pages, but this is one of my fan pages. We'll just save that image. Okay, so it lets me know it's gone to Facebook. I'll just quickly head over to Facebook. I apologize if anything comes up.
Holy moly. You got some interesting friends, buddy.
That is something that we didn't want to see, but I apologize for that.
You never know what's going to happen.
That's live TV for you. Okay, so as we go down now, you'll see the actual image is live within Facebook. Everything you see, you can phone leads within Facebook. You've got the opt-in form within Facebook. Okay, as we go down, you can see the video is within Facebook as well. You can play that video. Okay, and that's all within Facebook. So that's what the software does. But that doesn't stop there. I ask you to virtually open that. So what I could do now, I could supply this link like I did to you then in chat.
Yep, I just opened it.
The image does is I can look at the stats of each image, or the analytics. So as I go down, okay, so as you can see, I have the analytics of each image. The beauty about that is I can see obviously that you've clicked from the United States. How do we use this? Well, I can use it for myself. I could create a report for my clients and say, this is where they're getting the traffic from. If we're using a solo ad, I could look where the traffic was coming from at the top tier, what I've paid for. Should I change my message? Because I just uploaded an image. I could upload a banner, I could upload a logo, I could upload a squeeze page, those kind of graphics, and then put that on my squeeze page, and it will start to collect this data. That's what it will do. It will gather that data. As long as I have a hotspot on one of my websites, my blog, my sales page, my squeeze page, it will collect this data. I could then change my squeeze page message to meet the people who are coming, make it more local to them. I also can look at the average time spent on the image. Again, am I getting that interaction? Is what I'm showing my leads engaging people? So it lets me know the amount of time, the seconds that people stay on my page. I'm looking at the visitors, so the unique visitors, the return visitors. Am I generating new leads? Am I getting leads who are coming back to my page?
Yeah.
Look at the track. This will show on a day basis or a 7-day basis. Am I having a spike in traffic? Why am I having that spike in traffic? It's also showing the links that I've added to the page. So the URLs. Is the one hotspot engaging people more than the others? This can be used for split testing. Is there something that I'm putting on my page and people are interacting with? Should I be doing more of it? And this is what this is doing, the count. But I can also look at
Very
the track
clever.
by device. So both me and you are looking via desktop. If someone was searching via mobile, it would gather this data and show people searching via mobile, the operating systems that they're using, and the traffic by web browser. I mean, I could bring up another image now that we have on our sales pages, and this would, the data we can get for this is absolutely immense. We can see the amount of mobile people using and searching. And again, what can I do with this? Well, I can use it for myself. I can go to my clients and say, look, your website isn't mobile optimized. Look at all this traffic that you are losing out on. There's 30-40% of people coming to your website, and you're not actually allowing people to search because they can't do it via their mobile device, and this is the proof for it. So that's some of the stats that we can do, and that's for each and every image.
So my mind's going here, because I actually work with this kind of stuff. I like playing with this kind of stuff, but I'm actually going to see results, right? Because I will put it to use. Two questions. Number one, like I have my own logos and icons and stuff like that. Can I load them and have this kind of technology with it?
That is one thing. There's 575 icons. We believe we've chosen an icon for every situation. There's numbers, there's Facebook, Google, play buttons, phones. You can think of it. You can't upload your own icons, and let's be totally truthful about that. But we believe that we've catered for absolutely everyone with those icons. So the beauty about the 575, if also you didn't have the Autoresponder integrated there that we showed you, which are the main big hitters, we also, when we do it, if you look, we have a HTML code, so you can put in your own custom HTML. What one of our users is doing, and successfully as well, he has a website and he's selling t-shirts from within the website. He's got these icons, he's got his custom HTML uploaded to every icon, so when they open that icon, they see the actual t-shirts that he's selling, and that is doing extremely well as well. But like I said, going back to the group and what people are doing, it's unbelievable how they are using the software, and it's nice as well. It's nice to see them and also rewarding to see that people are using it in so many different fields. And like you said, then people see it and like, well, what if I did this? What if I did that? Well, you can do that because you can embed video. You can have URL redirects, you can have your affiliate links, you may do, let's say, a review on an Amazon, you may have an Amazon site, e-commerce, whatever it be, you put your links in and it will take directly to there. The whole point of the software is to get that engagement, get that interaction, and like I said, it's very good me coming on and saying these are the results, but our beta test is showing that people are engaging with what we are showing them.
So here's my take on this. Here's what I'm seeing. I am seeing, like, clearly, if all you had was that video on there, I am seeing a pattern interrupt like no other. Like, and I'm going to ask the viewers on the screen, pay no attention to the number 2, the blue eye, and the phone. Let's just look at the video here for a minute. If you're looking at an image, whether it be on your blog or on Facebook, and you see something flashing like that, you're going to be like, what in the world is that? You're going to play with it. You're going to click it. You're going to mouse over. You're going to do something. You want to know. The curiosity factor alone is going to get you, right? Hopefully you've done a good enough job with the video, but that's a whole other story, right?
Yeah.
So from the surface, it looks like it's a pattern interrupt, but now that we've seen you do this demonstration, it goes so much more beyond that. Like, these are like magic bean images, right? They're doing a lot. They're doing stuff with retargeting, all that tracking. You have all of that just from putting an image on a page.
Yeah, and it's a very good point that you made with the pattern interrupt, and you've also got to look at that kind of, and I'm sure your viewers are well aware of it, with the kind of that micro commitment. A micro commitment is something just as simple as engagement, interacting with something. Going back to my very early point in saying, a lot of people are driving traffic to offers, to links, to videos, and expecting them just to convert, but people have seen it time and time again. So what you really need to do is give them that last little bit of a push, and kind of say, okay, I've driven the traffic here, whether it be organic, whether it be paid, I've got you here now, I know what I want you to do, which is the end goal is actually to click on my link to show what I have to offer. and this is what this does. You have the pattern interrupt, you have that Mac equipment, and you have that initial stage of getting them into your funnel.
Right. So with that being said, here's what I'm getting at. In your future development, if you could have it to where you could do a transparent pixel, meaning you also have the option where nothing is being a pattern interrupt or anything, but yet we have that image that's providing all this tracking and that retargeting and whatever else you had going on as well in the background. That would be pretty cool, Lee.
Yeah, I am actually going to take that away and go to the developer and say, can we do that? Because people may not want to have the icons, but have that tracking, have that Facebook retargeting. I mean, you could kind of disguise it and have the smaller icons, as long as you have a single icon, sales page, website, squeeze page, it will gather that data for you and allow you to be able to use it. And data is massive, Chad, isn't it? I mean, data is what people undervalue. But to be able to gather that data, to split test, to do things differently, it is invaluable.
Cool. Now let me ask this, and I'm going to give a suggestion for the users. I think that people could make a lot of money from this right away. I'll tell you what you can do. What can they expect to pay for this on your launch day?
Okay, so on the launch day, we are going to do an early bird for the first few hours, and it's going to be $17 to get in and get the software, and you get a whole host of things for that. I mean, a lot of people say, right, $17 and you get kind of basics. With the $17, what you get with IconLead is exactly, not everything that I've shown you there, but you get the ability to add these icons. You get all the features, embedding video, images, redirects. You get the ability for the URLs. You get the ability to upload the images directly to Facebook. You also get the ability to do retargeting via Facebook. So, you know, the whole 575 icons, you get the ability to grab the software and use it instantly. So that's what we've made sure of, that when people get it, they can start to use it straight to the bat, and that'll be $17 for the first few hours.
Here's what I'm seeing with this right away. And I know people are going to do this because every time I give a suggestion like that, somebody usually runs with it. Something like this. If you take Camtasia, if you take Jing, if you shoot a little 5-minute video about the technology you can do with somebody's image, whether it be branding, whether it be offline marketing, whether it be affiliate marketing, whatever. You shoot a little video saying, look, I can put your phone number here where they can just click it and it appears. I can make it to where this video appears. I can make it to where you can build your list, right? Shoot that 2-minute video, stick that sucker up on Fiverr. Make one of your upgrades the ability to put it inside the fan page, right? I'll bet you somebody could make $100 a day off Fiverr with this technology alone.
Yeah. And I think I better, like, with the basic, the $17, that would give you like single user license, so just for yourself, personal use. With the upgrade, because again, you're always honest with your listeners, and I do appreciate that. You've got to talk about the upgrades, the OTO. The OTO actually gives you the developer's license, so you can actually do that. You can use it for yourself, or you can use it for your clients. No limitations. And the upgrade will be between $47 and $67, and that's the OTO one. But not only with that, what you also get with the OTO is the ability to change the icon size and colors. So you can choose the different icons, and it gives you that flexibility. It gives you the flexibility to always meet the needs of yourself or your clients. Think about your sales page, think about your client sales page, the bonus, the banners. It may have a different design, and this is just a static image. You know, I've just grabbed this image from Facebook. You can upload images how you want to do it. So the upgrade gives you the ability to change the icon color, the icon size. It gives you the GoToWebinar integration, and it gives you the full analytics package. But not only that, we've thought about the marketers, and we have done for you templates as well. So we've done for you templates in 10 different niches, and you can use these, and they are in 2 different sizes, which our designers have obviously created. So they are perfect sizes for a browser, and also the perfect sizes for the Facebook tabs. Fully editable, so the files that you receive are fully editable files, in the fact that you can take them and you can tailor them to the needs of yourself or to your clients. And that's what we give with the templates. There's nothing stopping creating your own templates, but we've got our in-house designers, our professional designers, to say, okay, create us some templates that actually work well with the icons, and kind of emphasize the icons and how they work.
So the OTO with the templates and the ability to have different sizes and stuff, how much is that going to sell for?
Between $47 and $67, that will be, and that will then be the complete package of the software. Nothing else, no downsells, no side sells, no upsells. The only other one we would do then is the OTO2, which is the mastermind the mastermind IconLead group. Now this group is very much for people who've ever bought a software, a product, an info product, whatever it may be, and never done anything with it. It's also for people who are looking for that little push to how to use the software. You'll get access to the group. You'll get access to other users who have already used the software successfully. You'll get access to me. We'll be putting case studies in there. We'll be doing videos. We've even done competitions. Everything we can do, and we're not going to say, twist your arm and say you have to use the software. You can very much lurk in the background, but everything will be focused around making you as successful as we can with the software. If you've ever been in a position where you've not known how to close clients, how to use the software to its potential, get sales, that's what it's all going to be about within the group, and it's going to be a full-on mastermind group which you'll get lifetime access to.
Cool. Awesome. So if they want to do the strategy I just suggested and go out there, was that even a word I just suggested? Yeah. Okay. If they want to do that strategy and go out there and start, putting up gigs on Fiverr and have upgrades, stuff like that, they need to have the developer license.
Yeah. The developer's license gives them that license to be able to use them for themselves or for clients, and no limitations there either.
Cool. So I think they see what the software is about. You want to give some stuff away?
Yeah, let's give some stuff away.
Cool. Guys, this is what we call live giveaway. Okay, cool. So we got a 2-minute countdown here, and I'm trying not to keep a lot of your time, Lee. I know we're a little over on the clock here, but you guys have 2 minutes to go to this link that you see here on the screen, entrepreneurlive.tv/winner. Become a part of that membership, because here's what happens. We're giving back to the community that helped helped us members. 1 o'clock in the morning here, helped make us a success. So as soon as you guys go to that site, you can become a part of this membership. And we do a lot of webinars. We do a lot of shows. We're always involved with something. So we're always giving away the house. We're always giving away free products, giving away cash, whatever we're doing. When you're a part of this membership, you're eligible to win. Even if you're over in Australia and you're sound asleep in your bed and we're over here doing a live interview or whatever, you could wake up with an email that says, hey, congratulations, you just won this really cool deal. So make sure you are a part of that membership. Also, you're going to receive exclusive invites to our bonus webinars. You'll know when we're airing the next show. You'll actually get to attend that live, so you can see all the bloopers and stuff, kind of like where I just screwed up, or you pretty smooth tonight, bud. You haven't really screwed up, but a lot of times our guests screw up, and it's just kind of funny to see what things look like before we actually have a chance to polish it up and cut it out and everything else. So entrepreneurlive.tv/winner. What's going to happen? You got 30 seconds left, and then this big red button is going to pop up on the screen, and Lee's going to go and push this button, and it's going to go and randomly choose a winner out of that list. And we're going to do this, 3 times, bud? You cool with that?
I'm happy with 3. Yeah, more than happy.
Awesome. Congratulations. You guys got to thank Mr. Lee here, guys, because he's the one doing this for you. He's giving you 3 copies of IconLead right now. Here in about 5 seconds, that button's going to appear, and we're going to go ahead and choose our winner.
Okay, good luck, guys.
Here we go. And it's going through the membership. And our first winner is Brian Saunders. Brian, you see your name over there on the right-hand side. You just won a copy of IconLead. Let's do it, Lee. Next one is Shane Carpenter. Shane Carpenter, you just won a copy of IconLead. Let's do it one more time, buddy. Third's a charm.
Congratulations.
Hit it good. Here we go. Brian Saunders, Shane Carpenter, and Sherry Stockman. Congratulations, you three. You just won a copy of IconLead, and that is the live giveaway. Cool. Come on back over to the camera real quick here, Lee, and we'll go ahead and conclude this because I'm just over an hour, and I know that we've talked about balance and everything with your wife and kids and everything, and I don't want to keep you in trouble since it's the weekend and everything. But go ahead and stop sharing your screen, and we'll come back over to just you and I so they can get a good look at us, see the circles under my eye. It's now 2 o'clock in the morning. Lee, anything, you've been in this business 2 years. You've been launching products for about the past year. Is there anything that you have learned? Like, what's your most valuable lesson? What's your greatest takeaway that you can leave us with?
I think it's a case of just keep going. Just really just believe in what you were doing. You know, I appreciate you can only keep banging your head against the wall so many times, but learn from your mistakes. You know, and if you do make mistakes, because we will do, everyone makes mistakes, just get up, pat yourself down, and move on. And these things that we see as kind of mistakes and things that go wrong really do make us into a better marketer, in the fact that we learn from these mistakes. And if I can take anything away, is that if I can do it, you know, a firefighter from the northwest of England, who we're not known as the brightest bunch, anybody can do it. They really can. And also look at people like, or you know, study people like Chad, who've been there, done that. You know, it's like any kind of walk of life. You always look to people who have experience in it. And I think Chad will be the first one to say that it's not all been plain sailing for him. You know, he will have made many mistakes and things that he looks back and thinks he wished he would have done differently. But it's got him to this point, and that's what you've got to look at. You will get to that point if you keep going, you keep persevering, and you believe in yourself. And I think that's the only thing that I could say, because there's days where I want to slam this laptop, just throw it out of the window, but we just keep on going.
Lee, I could not have even said it better myself. I'm not even going to try to attempt it. I'm going to leave it right there. But, sir, I definitely want to wish you all the best on your launch. Check out the link down below for IconLead, as well as some of our bonuses. Remember, IconLead is $17. The developer version will be, did you say 47 to 67?
Yeah, $47, yeah.
And then after that, you kind of got like a private, like, it's like a group coaching thing?
Yeah, we've got a mastermind group which people get access to, and access to me, one-on-ones, and yeah, we're really going to push that and really trying to get the results from people. Like you said, Chad, at the beginning, we can only give people the tools to use, but what we can also do is give them that little push in the right direction, help them where they need that help.
Go out there and crush it, baby. You're welcome to come on the show whenever you want. I appreciate you taking the time and sharing some cool strategies with us, giving away some of your software, and showing us IconLead. It is definitely one of those pattern interrupts, but a very strong tool, and one that we're going to have a lot of fun with, and I know that we're going to see a lot of results in this business. So again, thank you so much once again for taking the time to come on the show. I definitely appreciate it.
Really appreciate it, and thank you, Chad, for inviting me, and also thank you to the people who are listening. Really do appreciate it.
Yeah, and so everybody else listening, that is a wrap up. That's how we do Entrepreneur Live, and I definitely want to encourage you to tune in to another session of Entrepreneur Live. Have a great night.